Have you ever failed so much that people tell your story to other people as examples of failures? So this is what happened to me. A lot of young people come to me and ask me, what is the secret to success? So in my life, like what has actually made me successful, especially my students. So when I start teaching people, or they find out that I'm their lecturer and they look at me and they say, oh my God, you look so young. How are you able to achieve this success? I often tell them that it takes a lot of work. It actually does. It takes a lot of work to be successful. But there's something that no one actually realizes, which is I have failed a lot. So if you know me personally, you will know my journey, you will know my story. And one day I might actually tell the story on this platform. But I have failed a lot, especially in my undergraduate. I have failed a lot, and there are some things that I actually did that turned my failure into success. So hi guys, welcome to the Smiling Professor. My name is Dr. Bukola, and today we're going to discuss 5 factors that I used to turn my failure into success. So I would like to say this before I even start this video. I am a Christian, so I believe so much that most of my success has come from God and my family. So those are not the things I'm going to be focusing on today, although these factors have been key parts of my success. So the first factor we're going to be focusing on today is learning from your failure. So as you go through life, sometimes you may actually fail. So in my situation, one of the major failures I can actually remember was academic failure during my undergrad. And the thing that I did was I actually went back to see why I failed. So if I didn't do well in a module or I didn't do well in an exam, I find out why that happened. So what did I miss? Is there anything I could learn from it? So did I miss something? As I've said previously in previous videos, most of my tertiary education was done outside my home country, Nigeria. So one of the things I learned quickly was the fact that each country has its own teaching and learning culture. And that was something I did not understand when I started my undergraduate degree. So I failed a lot. So the first thing I did was to understand why I failed. Why did I actually fail? And this leads perfectly to the next point, which is feedback. So feedback within your learning circle is very, very important. People underestimate how much feedback can actually help them to meet their goals. So if you fail at something, you have to swallow your pride and go and find out why did you fail. So if it was an exam, in my case, I went and find out from the lecturer, why did I fail this, or why did I not get the marks that I wanted? Tell me what I would have done differently to actually get a better mark. And once I started to do this, I actually started to do this action before I take the exam, or before I submit the assignment, or before I actually submit the homework. So feedback is something that is really, really important. So I tell my students this, I tell my siblings this: before you do an exam or before you take an assessment, it is good to understand what the marking criteria of that assessment would be. So what is the lecturer looking for? What kind of answers do they want? What would actually make you to score high marks? Because sometimes the problem may not be that you do not understand or you do not study. It's the fact that you are not actually answering the question the way the lecturer wants you to answer the question. You're not presenting your viewpoint or your perspective in the way that the lecturer would prefer. So maybe you are arguing or you're presenting your argument from a different perspective than the lecturer would actually want. So feedback is really, really important. Even if you get a good mark, and let's say it is not a first class or it's not an A, it will be good to understand what would I do differently to actually get the marks that I feel I deserve. So if you put all the work into studying, for instance, why wouldn't you actually want to get the best marks that you can? And this leads to the next point, which is you have to have a positive mindset. If you're liking this video so far, please click the like button and leave a comment down in the comment section below, because it helps boost the video. And don't forget to share it with your family and friends. Now let's go back to our topic of discussion. So for you to be able to get yourself out of failure or for you to rebound from failure, you must have a positive mindset. So you must have the belief that you can actually make it, because one thing that keeps a lot of people from trying hard or from trying again is the fact that they give up too easy. So you have to have a positive mindset. You have to know that yes, this may be challenging at the time, but I can actually overcome this challenge and I can actually do well. I can get good scores, I can get good grades in my own case, and I can actually get my goals achieved. I know that it's easier said than done. So just saying have a positive mindset although you're failing, although it may be difficult, you need this. You need to have a belief in yourself that whatever goal and whatever thing I have set for myself, I can achieve it. And this leads to the next point, which is setting goals. So in the midst of your failure, you must know what you actually want to achieve. At the time when I was going through my personal challenges, I knew what I wanted to achieve. I knew that I wanted to get this degree and I knew that there was no stopping me. So I had my goal, I had my objectives, I had my own aim, although I was facing some challenges at the time, but I knew that I wanted to achieve this goal, and with the help of God, my family, and my own hard work, I will achieve this goal. So you must have this blind belief in yourself. Try not to get discouraged, because it's very easy to get discouraged and give up, because sometimes you may be facing challenges, you may be doing your best and you're not seeing the results and you're still failing, and it may be easy to just give up on your goal. It may be easy to just give up on your dreams, but don't do this. Try your best not to do this, and make sure you surround yourself with the right people. And that is the next point. So it's important that when you're going through challenges, that you are surrounded with the right people. So if it's personal challenges, is the friends and family that are around you, or if you are in school, it may be more of your friends. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people who would actually encourage you, who would actually help you, give you the support you need. People, if it's your family, who would pray for you, who would support you, and not people who would discourage you and tell you, why are you trying so hard, just give up. Who would encourage you to give up on your dreams, your goals and aspiration. Your support system is one of the most important things that would help you achieve your goal and would help you to change your failures into success. If you have the right support system around you, it will really help you. And finally, you must be open to continuous learning. So I have highlighted this, or I've spoken a bit about this previously, but it is very, very important. With everything in life, there is a process and there's a system to achieving a particular goal. I'll give you an example. So the way I studied in Africa was very different from how I studied in the UK, because each country had their own learning system, their own educational requirements, and different learning outcome for different stages. So you must be open to learn. When you are in a particular country, understand how things are done in that country. So how the people learn, how are the local people able to achieve their goals. You must be open-minded. You cannot come with a closed mind from whatever country you're from into another country, into another system, hoping to use the same procedures you use differently. This is also applicable in different contexts. So the way you study for your primary education will be totally different from how you study for your tertiary education. So there are systems and procedures that you have to constantly be learning. So this is where we're going to end this video today. I want to thank everyone who's watched up to the end of this video. If you're here at this moment, I want to say thank you to you for the support. If you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel by clicking the red button below. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Please share this video and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below, because it helps to boost the video. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you always know when I upload. Thanks guys, see you, bye.